Have you ever stood in an old, abandoned place and felt a strange chill, as if the walls themselves were trying to speak? Have you ever heard a whisper on the wind that sounded like more than just rustling leaves? These are the haunting echoes of lost voices, the remnants of stories that time forgot, but the universe remembers. Today, we're going on a journey to listen to those echoes, to explore the places where the past is not just a memory, but a lingering presence. Our first stop takes us to the windswept moors of England, to a place known as Bodmin Moor, dotted with ancient stone circles and crumbling ruins. This land is steeped in legend, but it's not just tales of beasts and kings that haunt this landscape. It's the whispers of the countless souls who lived and died here, their lives as rugged and unforgiving as the terrain itself. Local lore speaks of hearing the faint cries of children near the stone formations, believed to be the spirits of a family lost in a brutal snowstorm centuries ago. They weren't famous, they weren't royalty, they were just people trying to survive. Their story wasn't written in any history book, but the moor remembers. When the fog rolls in, thick and silent, some hikers report seeing fleeting shapes in the mist, or hearing a woman's desperate call for her children. It's a chilling reminder that history isn't just about the grand events. It's about the quiet, personal tragedies that seep into the very soil beneath our feet. Now, let's travel across the Atlantic to the sun-scorched deserts of the American Southwest. Here, amidst the canyons and mesas, lie the cliff dwellings of the ancestral Pueblo. Around the 13th century, after centuries of building these incredible cities in the rock, Tabanis, not overnight, but over a few decades, they migrated away, leaving their homes eerily intact. Archaeologists have theories: drought, social conflict, resource depletion, but the stones themselves tell a different story. When you stand in the silence of Mesa Verde or Chaco Canyon, you can almost hear the echoes of their lives, the laughter of children playing in the plazas, the rhythmic grinding of corn, the murmur of ceremonial chants. Some visitors and park rangers have reported hearing faint flute music drifting from the empty kivas, or the sound of soft footsteps on stone pathways where no one is walking. These aren't ghosts in the traditional sense. They are imprints of life, a powerful energy left behind by a civilization that lived in deep harmony with its environment before an unknown pressure forced them to leave. Their voices are a testament to resilience and a mystery that still hangs in the dry desert air. Let's shift our focus from places to objects. Sometimes, the most powerful echoes are not tied to a location, but to an item that was once cherished. Consider the story of the unlucky mummy at the British Museum. It's not a mummy at all, but the painted coffin lid of a high priestess of Amun-Ra. Since its arrival in London in the late 19th century, a whirlwind of myths and legends has surrounded it. Tales of shipwrecks, accidents, and misfortunes were blamed on its curse. The most famous legend, of course, is that it was a secret passenger on the Titanic and caused its sinking. While historians have debunked this specific myth, the sheer volume of stories points to something fascinating. Why does this particular object inspire such powerful folklore? Perhaps it's the priestess's own story, her voice, trying to be heard across millennia. She was a powerful woman in her time, a conduit between the gods and mortals. Maybe the stories aren't a curse, but her energy, her lost voice, desperately trying to tell us who she was. Beyond the glass case of a museum, it's a reminder that every artifact has a human story, a silent voice waiting for us to listen. Our journey now takes us to the sea, to the infamous Sargasso Sea, a region in the North Atlantic Ocean known for its calm, still waters and vast mats of seaweed. For centuries, sailors have called it the graveyard of ships. It's a place where ocean currents trap vessels, leaving them stranded. Imagine the desperation of the crews on those old sailing ships, becalmed for weeks, then months, with dwindling supplies and no hope of rescue. Their logbooks often end abruptly. Their stories were lost to the waves. But some modern sailors crossing the Sargasso report strange phenomena. They hear the clanging of ship bells where no ship is visible, see phantom lights on the horizon, or even hear faint, desperate shouts for help carried on the still air. Are these the voices of those lost sailors, their final moments echoing through time? Or is it the sea itself, holding the memory of their struggle? The Sargasso Sea is a vast, lonely place, a liquid memorial to all the souls it has claimed, their final whispers forever trapped within its mysterious currents. Let's return to dry land, to a city that is a living museum of lost voices. Poveglia Island in the Venetian Lagoon, Italy. Its history is incredibly grim. During the bubonic plague, it became a quarantine station, a place where tens of thousands of infected people were sent to die, their bodies burned in massive pits. Later, in the 20th century, a mental hospital was built on the island, with rumors of a cruel doctor who performed terrible experiments on patients before eventually meeting his own demise. Today, the island is abandoned and strictly fishermen avoided shores, claiming to hear the wails of the tormented and see strange, flickering lights. Those who have snuck onto the island report an overwhelming sense of dread and sorrow, and the sound of a single, tolling bell, even though the bell tower was removed long ago. The soil of Poveglia is said to be composed of 50% human ash. It is a place so saturated with pain and suffering that the echoes of its past are not just whispers, they are screams. The lost voices here are a harrowing warning from history, a testament to human suffering on an unimaginable scale. From tragedy, we turn to artistry. In Japan, there is a concept called yigen. It doesn't have a direct English translation, but it refers to a profound, mysterious sense of the beauty of the universe and the sad beauty of human suffering. This idea is perfectly embodied in the tradition of kintsugi, the art of repairing broken pottery with lacquer dusted or mixed with powdered gold. Instead of hiding the cracks, kintsugi highlights them, celebrating the object's history and breakage as part of its story. Each crack is a scar, a memory of a moment of trauma, but the gold transforms it into something beautiful. This is, in a way, a method for honoring the lost voice of the object's perfect past. The original, unbroken form is gone forever, its voice silenced by the fall. But kintsugi doesn't try to erase that loss. It listens to the echo of what was and creates a new, more resilient beauty. It teaches us that even when something is broken, its story doesn't end. The echoes of its past can be transformed into a source of strength and unique beauty. It's a powerful metaphor for how we can deal with our own histories and traumas. Finally, let's consider the most personal lost voices of all, those within our own families. How many of us truly know the stories of our great-grandparents, or their parents before them? They lived through wars, migrations, triumphs, and heartbreaks that have shaped who we are today. Yet their individual voices are often lost to time. We might have a few old photographs or a family recipe, but the intimate details of their lives, their hopes, their fears, their laughter have faded. Yet sometimes we feel their echoes. A sudden, unexplained talent for music, a strange affinity for a place you've never been, a turn of phrase you use without knowing its origin. These can be the echoes of your ancestors' voices, reverberating through your DNA and your subconscious. By exploring genealogy, by talking to our elders, by preserving family stories, we can start to tune into these frequencies. We can give voice to those who came before us, ensuring their experiences are not forgotten. In doing so, we don't just learn about the past, we learn about ourselves. The world is full of these haunting echoes. They are in the ruins on the moor, the empty cities in the desert, the cursed artifacts in museums, the lonely stretches of the sea, and the very blood that runs in our veins. These are not necessarily ghosts to be feared. They are stories waiting to be heard, lessons waiting to be learned. They remind us that we are part of a long, unbroken chain of human experience. So, the next time you feel that unexplainable chill or hear a whisper on the wind, don't dismiss it. Stop. Listen. You might just hear a voice from the past, reaching out across time, asking for one simple thing: to be remembered. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the echoes of the past. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the mysteries of our world. What places or objects do you think hold lost voices? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep listening.